Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust reference 116200. You can see and you can purchase this handsome domed bezel Rolex Datejust on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with accessories included, high-resolution images for your desktop, and of course complete pricing details for this watch we are offering for sale. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that this is a classic Rolex Datejust 36, albeit with a modern case, sometimes known as a super case because of its broader stance, and an all-solid link bracelet that's end links, center links, and a milled out clasp. Now you can see on my wrist, the 16 centimeter wrist, the watch reads more as a 38 or 39. This is one of the consequences of the broad, almost cushion form Rolex Datejust case form. Yes, it's more compact than you might suspect lug to lug at 44.5 millimeters, but once you add the solid end links, 45.5, and then the heft of the all solid center links, the milled out clasp, the solid end links, the breadth of that case, it winds up looking and feeling more like a 38 or a 39 on the wrist. It is slim, however, 11.5 millimeters, not inclusive of the Cyclops eye. That makes it an even 12 millimeters. You can see how that sloped case flank and bezel makes it easy to slide a dress cuff or tight sleeve over this watch. You'll also note the different look, the unique aesthetic imparted by the domed bezel. Yay, Rolex bezel code 0. Now again, from lug to lug, we're going to go with the solid end links, 45.5, 36 across the wrist, wears like a 38 or 39, and it has a heft to it, born of the bracelet. Contemporary Rolex bracelets are very substantial. They're incredibly well built, beautifully finished, alternately brushed and polished, and incredibly handsome. The 904L steel alloy that Rolex exclusively uses, and that is unique in the watch industry, is both created in their own foundry and formulated by their own scientists. It holds a brushed finish and a polished finish better, and at the extreme of heat and corrosive effects, it is more corrosion resistant than standard 316 steel. Solid end links, solid center links. That Rolex rattle of past decades is long gone. Milled out, high polished clasp, very secure, closes with a snick, opens with a snap, and it features Rolex's proprietary Easy Link. You can see the Easy Link for 5 millimeters of take in or take out as your wrist expands or contracts with activity, hot or cold weather. Now the case itself, as I mentioned, is contemporary Rolex. Broader than in the past, it hasn't grown in span. It's still only 44.5 from lug to lug. Add another millimeter for the end links of the bracelet, but it's the breadth, the width of it, and the solidity born of a solid case back, increasingly rare in the watch industry. The caliber 3135 isn't really much to look at, so I prefer the security of the traditionally polished and satin brushed screw-on case back, and it adds a little bit more heft to the watch compared to a sapphire display, which I like. You feel like you're wearing a premium timepiece. The case and the bezel are all of high polished finish. The dial is a little bit vintage evocative, but very functional, very handsome, and surprisingly nuanced. It's a sunburst silver base, so you can see the rayon pattern that causes the light to play across it in scattered fashion as I move it through the soft light of my light box. Also features a traditional railroad outer seconds or minutes track, and you'll see the Roman numerals outboard of each applied white gold hour index. The hands as well as the hour indices are luminescent. The printing is incredibly clean, beautifully aligned, and the 5-point Rolex coronet at 12 o'clock, like all other applied elements, is 18 karat white gold. Rolex is white gold. Now you can see the Cyclops eye beneath. As ever, the Cyclops eye, a feature of the Datejust line since approximately 1954, is a signature of the line, and increasingly through the years it became a bit of a signature of Rolex, so it's nice to see that icon present and accounted for. Now inside the case, you have a Rolex caliber 3135. I mentioned that it's not much to look at, but it is a superb high-performance machine. In terms of chronometry, it is COSC Plus, which is to say it's a chronometer and it has the certificate, but Rolex recases its chronometer certified movements and verifies that the cased up movement still meets the COSC standards. That's not universal in the watch industry. Oftentimes, manufacturers get the certificate for the bare movement, it's tested at the COSC, it goes off, it gets cased, and it doesn't quite keep time the way it did in the lab. Not so here. 100-meter water resistance by virtue of the twin-lock screw-down crown. There is a quick set so you can rapidly correct the date should it have the wrong date or run down, and there is a hacking function. So for instance, if I were to screw the crown out all the way and pull it to extremity in the setting position, now I've stopped the seconds hand. I can stop it at the index at 12, advance to the next nearest minute, and precisely set the watch against a known accurate time such as an atomic clock. The movement itself is sophisticated, if not handsome. It has a double anchored balance bridge on both sides of the balance wheel with a free-sprung balance architecture. Both of those features contribute to shock-resistant timing stability, and it features a Breguet overcoil for resistance to gravitational or positionally induced timing deviation. Finally, with a 48-hour power reserve and smooth bidirectional winding, you know that it's going to keep good time as your daily companion, as your everyday carry. And because of the bidirectional winding, it is exceptionally smooth. You can neither hear nor feel the winding rotor. You can see and you can purchase this classic 116200 domed bezel Datejust on our website.